A friend told me about her boyfriend. Let's just say that the performance is quite unsatisfactory in that regard. So, he didn't even know that kind of girl said it was cool in bed. It's a great feeling. What the hell is going on? So he wanted to know. So, this time, I collected 6 girls with experience, thoughts on the matter. Let's hear what they have to say. The first girl's words. Let me tell you about it. It's called grapefruit. She was 22 years old, and then a student. He said, yes, it's better to boast about it. It's unfavorable words to boast about. What about my boyfriend? He's not very tall. What about the figure? It doesn't look very strong either. It belongs to dressing and looking thin. Then strip the meaty kind. But he's really good at getting things done in this bed. It's not that he's emotionally experienced, but he would take care of my feelings and mood as much as possible. For example, when I did it for the first few times, I frowned. Maybe it's because it's my first time, but I didn't say anything. I'm just a little embarrassed. I don't know how to talk to him, but he found out, and he told me, if he makes me uncomfortable somewhere, or is that uncomfortable, I don't feel well, I've got to tell him. I don't have to endure this. Later, every time he moved softer, I'm afraid of a big move, and then it just hurts me. He's not just going to ask, I'm not great. I'm not good at that. Instead, they will ask me, is there anything I would like to say about his performance? But he didn't know. He didn't know when he did. In my heart, he was really good. The second sister is called Jiajia. He was 25 years old, is a teacher. He said so. My one, not handsome. The career is not particularly powerful, but he's just great in my heart. It's worth cherishing. He's in everyday life, very good for me. Something stupid to me. It's also about being patient. In bed too, there are so many great places. The best thing about me is that when he hugged me and kissed me in bed, it's also very attentive, and then very seriously. I don't know how to mention it. That's how it feels. We've been together since college anyway. The feeling of kissing is still there. That's what it was back then. There is no difference, because I would feel, say, a person who genuinely hugs and kisses each other in bed. His heart and love probably don't lie. I've received that feeling. That's why I can be with him. I really feel happy already. The third sister is called Mengming. 32 years old, is a partner in a company. Well, that's what he said. My boyfriend. Oh no, I think it's Mai. A few days ago, we've just changed our identity. I'm lucky. I feel like I've never had anything to do with love in my life. Maybe you can't even get married. Met him. I'm so strong though, but it has to be said, he actually had a big impact on me, because I'm 32 years old. I'm just not young. I always say that about myself, but he didn't. He's a lot of the time. You treat me like a little girl and make me comfortable. Let me be a little girl, even if I'm about the same age as him. He's a little bit smaller than me. Not really. Treat me like a little girl. It's for me to go back to that. A younger state to go within. I think we're in bed. The cooperation is also quite tacit. It's just after each time, he'll hug me for a while. Then I leaned against his heaving chest, chatting, or maybe just hold it like that. It's just that I feel this feeling and I really love it. The fourth sister is called Mian Mian. This year, yes, that's what she said. She met on a blind date. It's that we've been together for about a year, because I didn't have any feelings before. Life is a blank slate, not even sex. It can be said that it is the first time with her. It's because I don't understand it. The body is prone to stiffness. I don't know how to cooperate with each other. But he never disliked me. He thought I was stupid. I don't cooperate with him. I just don't have it. Not at all. Rather, it's it. Very patiently. Let me not rush. Take my time. It was when I was embarrassed by myself. Instead, he would distract me, then dissolve the embarrassment. Take me slowly and slowly, then lead me. It's just that it's a really amazing feeling. For a novice like me, techniques or something can be put aside first. What's more, that's what really makes me feel great. The fifth sister is called Flowey. That's how Hua Hua said at the age of 27. Whisper Mimi said, the previous experience my boyfriend gave me was real. Super one class awesome. He knows very well how I like how he me. Where is my sensitivity, comfort zone, and where does it manifest? For example, ears, chest, back. I feel nice when I rub these places lightly and then tie on this front. Generally, I think it's time to stop, and then almost. Then I'll give him some hints. After he received it, I know it's almost okay. And he's not too big, not too small. I think it's just right for me. He's funny sometimes. And then sometimes I think he's stupid too. What about when it's over? He sat in front of me on purpose, then take out a small notebook, then tell me, ma'am, I don't know if you are satisfied with this service. Please rate it on a scale of 1到10. In fact, sometimes it really amuses us. It can also be said to be a turnip and a pit. He gave it to me. I like what I like he can give. In fact, sometimes it's like going to bed. Although he has it too. Follow you. But I don't know if he'll see my answer, as well as saying, could it be that you are a good selection? Please be humble if you see it. Continue. The sixth sister is called Yan Yan. Keep your age a secret. Age and age are confidential. So the two of us belong to entering the kind that feels slower. But being slow doesn't have to mean that you don't feel good. Not like that, at least. The feedback my boyfriend gave me turned out to be not. His words were very patient in the early stage. It always mobilizes every cell in my body, and then let me get ready for the foreplay to end. And then after getting to the point, it's not very casual. I didn't say that this or this was impatient, and then it's really quite comfortable in one fell swoop. It's the kind of physical and psychological coolness, and he will also send out the kind that belongs to men, the kind that is comfortable. It's a deep voice. It also gives me a sense of accomplishment. It's after it's over. It's going to be very memorable. Even sometimes, he went on a business trip and I suddenly thought if I wanted him, I would. It's just very responsive. And finally, from these answers, and then we can find out too. Belch. My boyfriend said it was a great experience in bed. Really, it doesn't really. And they slept with people who loved each other. An unbeatable indeed. Such a treat. Because he really does it with respect. Then it will give you a comfortable feeling. And not to say, this is just for venting. A beloved who is simply to vent his desires. You don't feel that kind of happiness and fun. That's what it is. It's cold and boring. Only sex and love truly come together. That's the best feeling.